If you can't take your hands off of it, you can't scale it, period. I am Dr. Linette Montae. And if you are ready to grow bolder, profit faster, and scale smarter, let's get into it. So this is the next video in the series called Get Paid. And this is a formula that I've been teaching for 10 years. The PAID is an acronym. I've already done the A and the I. So if you've missed those two videos, please go back and watch them. This video is for the D. And even though the P comes first in paid, I teach that video last because in order to do the P, you have to have the A, the I, and the D in place in your business and in your life. So let's jump into the D. The D stands for delegate, but you cannot delegate until you've done the A and the I. So again, be sure that you've watched those videos, or running out here and delegating will be a waste of time, energy, effort, and money. And if we're talking about get paid, then wasting money is not the goal. So when we talk about delegate, I see a lot of challenges consistently when it comes to delegating in your business. First of all, you start out doing everything in your business. And so the thought of delegating is usually a financial challenge. You don't have the money to delegate. You don't have the money to hire a team or to outsource. But you are a profitable CEO. You've already gone beyond the point of money being the challenge. What I see now with profitable CEOs who are looking to scale is that they don't know, one, what to delegate. Two, they are challenged by feeling like someone is not going to do it the way they do it or is not going to do it well enough. They are worried about their brand. They want to maintain the quality and the reputation of their brand, and they're concerned that someone else doing the task may not live up to the expectations of their customer or what their customer has come to know about the business. And then the other thing is really how outsourcing a project is different than the level that you're at right now, where you may need to hire, you may need to, even if it's not a payroll employee, is still someone who is full-time and permanently part of your team, as opposed to outsourcing where you just need them to do this particular piece of a task, and then you may or may not see them again. That outsourcing would be going to Fiverr, going to Upworks, going places like that to get someone to do a specific task on a specific project. Delegate, though, is going to be critical. If you continue to juggle all the balls, if you continue putting out all the fires, if you continue being the one that has to approve everything, that has to double check everything, you will not, I repeat, you will absolutely not be able to scale your business. It's going to be impossible. You have to let go. You have to take your hands off of almost everything. The things that you don't take your hands off of is what we will cover in the P. Everything else, you need to step away. You need to have the A, the I, and the D, which is delegate, in place so that you can step away, step off, step back, and do what you do. So when it comes to delegate, we are looking at those tasks that need to be done by a human. There are still so many things in a business that require human attention. We're in an age of so much AI that we are forgetting the value and the power of people. So the value of AI is so that your people can spend their time doing what only humans can do, can spend their time really loving on your customer, really paying attention to making sure that the experience that your prospect, past current customers receive is exceptional, because that is what is going to set you apart from the competition. That is what is going to allow you to be sustainable and to scale. Because believe me, you're not the only one who does what you do. Truthfully, you're not going to be the only one who does it as well as you do it. But what I can tell you is very few businesses are doing it with excellence. They are not doing it in a way that has the customer running out and praising that business and praising the experience. That's your goal in this part of your business, in this next level of your business. It is to deliver an exceptional customer experience consistently. And in order to do that, you need that A, you need that I, and you need to delegate. So what can you delegate? What is it time to let go of? Are you concerned that they won't do it as well as you? Let me tell you right now, some of them will never do it as well as you. That's not possible because they're not you. So you want to make sure that you have processes, documented processes in place so that they know what you want done and how you want it done. You cannot expect them to read your mind. You can't expect them to come to your business, even if they are highly experienced in that task. That doesn't mean that they are going to do it the way that your company does it, the way that you would like for it to be done. So that's why you need those processes and systems in place for them to follow. Next, you need to understand that even with that, they are not you. They are not going to get it 100% the way that you would do it, be it, say it, wear it, eat it. What you do want is 75%. If they can do it 75% as well as you, then let it go, because it doesn't need to always be exactly the way that you've done it. And here's the truth. There are going to be so many people who will actually do it better than you do it, because it's not your secret sauce. It's not your gift to the world. It's not your purpose. You were doing it because you needed to. You were doing it because you may know how to. But when you hire, when you outsource, you are bringing someone onto your team who this is their secret sauce. This is their gift to the world. This is their purpose, and they will do it faster and they will do it better than you. But you're not going to know that until you take your hands off of it and you hire someone to delegate to. The other thing that I want you to consider is just about the money. If you charge $200 an hour, then don't get caught up in the fact that outsourcing or bringing someone on the team may be a $75 an hour investment. If you keep hiring $5 people, you are going to keep getting $5 value. When you are at this point in your business where you are scaling, you're not hustling and grinding anymore. You are scaling. You want to make sure that you are bringing people on your team who know what they're doing. They're amazing at what they do. And not only do, but it's time to start looking at thinkers, not just doers. When you were getting to profitable CEO level, and you were outsourcing tasks, you needed a lot of doers. That was what was in your budget. That was what was in your comforts. Now you want to start hiring people who are also thinkers. It is not going to be helpful for you to have a whole team of doers, because then you will still have to train them. You will still have to monitor their tasks. You will still have to give them tasks. You will still have to check their tasks. You will still have to okay their tasks. You now want people who have ideas that they are bringing to the table, who can tell you this task can be done a lot faster and more efficiently if we do this. Have you considered this tool? Because this tool would allow me to work faster and then free up my time so that I can also do this for you. You need think now. Can you handle everybody being a thinker? No. Somebody has to focus on making the pizza. So if you have a whole entire team of thinkers, then what you're going to have is everyone's going to have an idea. Everyone's going to have an opinion. Everyone is going to start clashing, and work is not going to get done. You're going to find yourself in a million meetings that take too long to get to solutions and decisions because everyone is a thinker. So you have to be careful. You have to find some balance between thinkers and doers. This is when I recommend that you start looking at bringing in a fractional COO. I used to have a program called My First COO because those are costly and you may not be ready for that level of an investment. But the reason that I recommend COO, good one though, is because you need someone that can be the bridge between you and your ideas and the people who need to implement them. Here's something I want to caution you about. Most integrators, they can take your idea and they can identify a plan or create or design a plan to implement the idea. And then they can delegate that to your team and oversee the team in getting that. The creme de la creme for you, though, would be if you can find a fractional COO who is also a visionary, who is also a strategist. They're not the same. Integrator does not have to be a strategist, and an integrator does not have to be a visionary. So I really want to encourage you to try to find a COO, fractional COO, who is all of those things. It will save you a lot of time and a lot of headache. And it will really be the bridge that you need from where you are to where you want to go next. So delegate, let it go, give it to someone else to do. Be slow to hire, but quick to fire. And you have to know what that looks like. There needs to be a hiring process in place, an interview process in place. Finding great people does not start when you hire them. Finding great people starts when you identify what you need this person to do and how you describe what you need them to do. And the interview questions that you ask when you are interviewing them. And the boarding process that you have in place when they start working with you. Do you have those things? Because you can bring in an amazing person, but if they don't know what to do when they get there, then they're just going to start floundering from day one. How you start this with them is how it will continue, and it will be tough to turn it around. You also need to know what are your deal, what are those things that you aren't willing to do with and for team members. For myself, I am a natural teacher, so I am willing to teach them. I am willing to record videos and do screen shares to teach them something that I want them to do. I am willing to buy courses for them to go through. I am willing to hire a coach to coach them. What I will not do is, and what I cannot do is I cannot train them to want to do the job and to want to do the job in excellence. I am always paying attention to whether they are willing to grow. Do they have the ability for growth on the team? Are they bringing ideas to the table, or are they just bringing problems? So there's a lot of things that I know are my deal breakers, and I know what I'm looking for, and I know when it's time to let a team member go or when it's time to support a team member to grow. And I encourage you to figure that out as well. And so this is delegate. The get paid formula is an acronym, the P, the A, the I, the D. Please be sure that you've watched video for the A, the video for the I. We just completed the video for the next video is going to be the P. But until you have the A, the I, and the D in place, the P is never going to happen. So be sure that you've watched those videos. And if you have gotten value out of today's video on the D, be sure to subscribe, comment, share the channel with someone else who can be helped. I am Dr. Linette Montae, legacy influencer and profit strategist. I am here to help you scale smarter without the busy work, the burnout, and the bottlenecks. And I invite you to live the legacy you want to leave.